I do not want a lot for Christmas, but there certainly is just one thing I need. What's good, everybody? My name is NeesterHere here. Welcome back to Incredibox. So today I am here with Chalo Sahatee. Did I pronounce that right? Absolutely. Was that a lie? Absolutely. So this is a brand new scratch mod made by the homeboy Overcooked Lemonade. Now I'm pretty sure that the main man is kind of like 5 for 5 with never once having a stinker. So already that should kind of make you shit your bed. But your boy is back in action now, and I'm about to cover this bitch if it's the last thing I do. I don't know why, but this guy right here, this whole time, he just give me the fucking stink eye. I just want to test it. Oh, I'm gonna love this desert vibe to it, you know. Oh, dude, I'm actually hype as shit. All right, come on, let's go. It's like Jeevan! Hey. My menstruation cycle has officially ended, bro, so now we're about to game. This is the perfect guy to start with, dude. I'm surprised he doesn't have like his little stringy noise. Look at him, he's got strings on his dome. This sounds creepy as hell. Look at this cute little boy. That sounds horrible out of context. I meant this grown-ass man. Look how adorable this grown man looks. Overcooked Lemonade. You can't just help but kind of bust it down a little bit. Just a tad, you know what I mean? Just a little. Does Overcooked Lemonade mean piss? I'm trying to think of lemonade overcooked, and I'm thinking of like a warm yellow liquid, and the first thing I can think of is urine. Is homie's name Piss? If you can make him work, he can make a man jizz, bro. Come on. Nah, hang on. That guy's too crazy. Oh my god. Wicked Egyptian. What vibe is this? Like, actually, like, is this Arabian? I think it's more Arabian than Egyptian, I think, right? Am I stupid? Probably. Is that racist? More than likely, I would say. For now on, my name is Salim Al-Nistar. I will be your guide as we go through these treacherous deserts. This is my main friend right here, Mr. Flimth. Say hi to Mr. Flimth. Hang on, the beat, weirdly enough, is like the worst part. Hang on, we need like a new beat in the mix. Good God, dude, it's cinematic as hell. Hold up, wait, DC sues Trump? I thought Superman succeeded. DC sues Trump administration over National Guard deployment. Homie both pissed off the entirety of America. And Batman. Can't even fathom it. Wait, sorry, this is extremely off topic, has nothing to do with the mod. I have Discord open on my second monitor. This dude is playing Minecraft, but his name is Axelinth Kisser of Man. Or Men. Fuck it. I don't know, I just thought that'd be fun to share. Every single effect is kind of just a bass. You know what I mean? Like, only one of them is not, and it's his coffin dude. Everybody else is just some version of a hum. You see what I mean? Everybody is that one continuous noise, and I fuck with it. See, here's the thing with Overcooked is I'm pretty sure he's one of those guys who always puts lyrics in it, like not just singing vocals, but actual like words and shit. Something to give you something to latch onto, you know? So that's gonna be fun as shit. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. A. Come on, baby. A. Break it down like... Oh my God. It's like you're exploring an Arabian temple. You know what I mean? Shit. Fuck. You know what it's like, bro? It's like this just as a vibe, alright? Right now, I want you to do me a favor, okay? I want you to close your eyes, okay? Let me take you on a journey to tell you how good this mod is. It's like you're walking through the deserts. Ain't nothing in sight for miles. You're such a thirsty boy until you come across a small town, a small village, being overlooked by the shadow of a giant palace. A fat ass, sick as hell looking palace. Upon your arrival, you're immediately arrested by the authorities in whatever way they did it back then. I don't know, I've never seen Aladdin. Your crime is undetermined, but they still bring you in anyway. You stand in front of the king, the ruler of the land, and he says, "My boy, what has brought you to my domain, motherfucker?" And as he's talking to you, you can't help but notice that surrounding him is a stack of bones and bodies. Some of them look like they've been there for decades, and some of them are maybe like sometime like last year or the year before type shit. And the little traveler says, "I'm just a traveler. What do you want from me, Mr. King Man?" And he says, "I want you to do me a favor, motherfucker." And he says, "I'm gonna do something to you, my boy. For punishment. For treason." The traveler looks at the king and says, "What kind of punishment? What have I done?" And he says, "I'm gonna give to you what I have done to everybody who comes." Not in that way, but still, you know what I mean. The adrenaline in your bones are racing. But not for much longer. He says, "I'm gonna give you bone cancer, my boy." You say, "Bone cancer? Why would you ever do that?" And he looks at you and he says he has given bone cancer to 1,000 men in 1,000 lifetimes. And now he must do it once again. You break free of the authorities' grasp as you run out the main entrance. The king says with a booming, echoing voice, "Seize him!" And the chase begins as you run down the quad. The king wants to give you bone cancer. Hey. But then you're tackled by an unknown assailant. A person you've never met before. And he looks at you and says, "My boy, I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you from the king's wrath." And you say, "How, Mr. Sir? How are you going to save me from the king's wrath? He's got him and all his men chasing me down as we speak." And he says, "Homie, all you got to do is touch your tongue to mine." "What?" says the traveler. That's not the guy to play there. "Touching your tongue to mine is the only way you will make it out of this alive." And so you do it. You swallow your pride and you French kiss this man on the desert floor, sealed by fate. Your first gay experience has come at last. The man picks you up off the ground and says, "Just kidding, just wanted a kiss," and he walks away. Betrayed, you're surrounded by the authorities again, as there's nowhere left to run. The king looks at you and says, "In all my years of giving bitches bone cancer, I have never met someone with a tongue like that." He says, "I will let you go under one condition, and it is that you touch your tongue to mine." Scared and confused, you accept his deal. And as you French kiss the king in the middle of the town square, everybody looks at you in confusion. But then he breaks the kiss. And as you stare at each other, into each other's eyes, the king looks at you and says, "Haha, made you do it twice, He then proceeds to lift up his finger E.T. style as he gives you the worst of all. He gives you the biggest piece of bone cancer you've ever seen in your days. And as you accept your defeat, you lay there on the ground as your bones begin to feel like sponges, and you realize that not only do you have bone cancer, but you've also made out with 2 men today. Come on, baby, break it down like. But it doesn't stop there. As you awaken, you're shocked to find that you're still alive. And a random peasant is looking down at you and says, "My boy, you were passed out for some time. Was it all a dream?" is the first thing that pops into your mind. The peasant man looks at you and says, "Bro, no. The king gave you bone cancer, and I found you woken up here." Dazed, the traveler wakes up and says, "Where am I? What's going on?" The peasant looks at you and says, "I'll tell you, if you do me a solid." The traveler looks at the peasant and says, "I'll do anything. Just name it." And he says, "Homie, all you gotta do is just simply touch your tongue to mine."
Chalo Sahatee. Sahatee. Chalo Sahatee.
Your confusion becomes a mix of desperation
Sahatee.
as you just want answers now.
Chalo Sahatee.
So you do it. You French kiss this man,
Sahatee.
your third person today,
Chalo Sahatee.
and he looks at you and says, "Gotcha. I don't know anything. I just wanted to make you kiss a man again."
Chalo Sahatee.
That is until the king appears on your front doorstep. You went home, by the way. I forgot to mention that part. You begin an epic standoff with the king. And you say, "Homie, not only did you give me bone cancer, but you also made me kiss 3 dudes. What do you have to say for yourself?" And he said, "First of all, homie, I only made you kiss 1. You said, "No, you made me kiss 2. And then the king replies, "I thought it was 3. And you get off track. But then the king looks at you. And he says, "Let me make a deal with you." And you say, "What is that, Mr. King?" He says, "If you promise to leave this land forever, then I will give you no more further punishment." Intrigued by his idea, you say, "What's the catch?" And he says, "I just said, you have to leave." And you say, "What if I don't want to leave?" The king then grabs your balls and squeezes them hard, as you then proceed to make the following noise. He begins to squeeze harder and harder as your balls begin to crunch. Oh my god! Your pants begin to feel wet from an overwhelming amount of pink liquid. Blood mixed with cum. As you continue screaming into the night, you are then banished from the world, never to be seen again. The king finds you unruly, and as you are banished out of the palace, you are placed into a coffin and promptly disposed of by the king's men. Thrown over a cliff, the traveler's story comes to an end. Until to be continued, motherfuckers.